Continue with our part 2 of Form 1 revision. I said that in part 1, the difference when you are giving the differences between the luminous flame and non-luminous flame, use conjunction or you can use a table. But in this case, a table is more appropriate than the use of a conjunction. In giving the differences between luminous and non-luminous flame, get the following. The size of the flame, how the flame is produced, that is the air hole, whether the air hole is closed or the air hole is open. Sound, some people say panning quietly, panning with a wrong sound. So the size, the air hole, whether the air hole is open, and the sound, the number of regions, this one has 3 regions, this one has 2 regions, they cannot be used to give the differences. So don't mention that when you are giving the differences between the luminous and the non-luminous. Don't use when the owl is open. Don't use the size of one is large and the other one is small. The panning quietly, that is sound. So they are not used to give the differences. And when you are using a table, I said earlier that make sure that the answers are well matched for one to score. If you are using a conjunction, make sure you use the conjunctions very well. So, for example, here instances, don't say the non-luminous flame is very hot, while the luminous flame has 3 regions. So you can see now that one does not make any sense. So use the conjunctions very well. When you use a table, match your answers very well. So there is the other part that you are saying that the one is used for heating purposes and the other one is not used for heating purposes. That one cannot be used to give the differences. Some also will say that this one produces a lot of heat, this one produces less heat. Those ones, they are not used to give the differences between the flames. Now, question I is which of the two flame is used for heating purposes? Give reasons why it is preferred. So here now, of the two flames, you need to understand which one is used for heating purposes and what is the reason why it is used for heating purposes. So in that case now, of the two types of the flames, that is the luminous flame and the non-luminous flame. The non-luminous flame is used for heating purposes. The reasons why it is preferred for heating purposes, it produces a lot of heat and it does not produce soot. Hence, it leaves the apparatus clean after use. So those are the reasons why the non-luminous flame is preferred for heating purposes. The opposite is true. The other side that you say, why is the luminous flame is not used for heating purposes? It produces little heat, and in that case now it produces soot, which leaves the apparatus dirty after use. So I think I've answered that question very well. So state two apparatus rules. Okay, explain why. Explain why the non-luminous flame should be converted into a luminous flame when not in use. This one here now. Why do you convert the non-luminous flame into luminous flame when not in use? I hope you have done this one in your apparatus, and you saw how the two types of the flame. That this non-luminous flame is very small in size and blue in color. So we have some people who have a problem of vision. They will not be able to notice the blue color, and also it is very small in size. So it cannot be noticed with some people. Some people cannot notice it because of this blue color, and also it is also smaller in size. So when you compare to a luminous flame, which is very large in size and it is yellow, very large and is yellow, it can be easily seen, whereas the other one, it cannot be easily seen. Why now do you convert that? Why now do you convert the non-luminous flame into a luminous flame when not in use? You just say that the non-luminous flame is less visible due to its blue color, while luminous flame is large and brightly colored. Therefore, it can be easily seen. Hence, it cannot reduce. Hence, it can reduce what you call it the fire accidents. So somebody who cannot be able to see uh, that this is an luminous flame here and it is blue color. So it will pass some material which is a flammable substances. And that one now it will catch the fire. What follows is just an accident. So that is the reason why an luminous flame is converted to an luminous flame when not in use. There is the other one, questions. State two laboratory rules that should be observed to prevent the fire accidents. What are the laboratory rules that you should observe to prevent the fire accident? The first one is what we have just said. You convert the non-luminous flame into luminous flame. That is one. That is one rule. That is one precaution. You can also put off the flame when not in use. Once you are through with an experiment which requires the use of a flame, put off that flame. And also we have the flammable substances in our lab. So keep off the flammable substances away from the flame. Those are some of the laboratory rules that should be observed to prevent the fire accidents. The last part of that question is give the function of the following parts of the Bunsen burner. That is the air hole, the collar, the chimney, and also the base. What is the function of the air hole? The function of the air hole, an air hole is just an opening that allows air to enter and mix with the respiratory gas from the jet. So an air hole is an opening that allows air to enter and mix with the respiratory gas from the jet. That is the function of the air hole. Then we have the collar. The collar, it normally controls the amount of air entering the chimney used during panning. So it normally controls the amount of air entering the chimney used during panning. So there is the other part here. The other part is the chimney. So what is the function of the chimney? It allows air to mix with the respiratory gas. So it allows air to mix with the respiratory gas from the jet. So it normally allows the air to mix with the respiratory gas from the jet. Then we have the base. A base, it is white and heavy. Being white and heavy, it normally provides support for the flame, for the Bunsen burner to stand on its own. So what is this function? Its function is to provide support to the Bunsen burner to stand on its own. But how is it fitted to that function? It is fitted to that function because it is wide and heavy to enable the Bunsen burner to stand on its own. So those are some of the questions that being tested on that part of the part of the flame. We have also the other questions. For example, how will you or outline the procedure for lighting or igniting a Bunsen burner? If you come up with such a question in most cases, what are you supposed to do? If you come across that question that outline the procedure of lighting or igniting a Bunsen burner. So outlining this procedure is just very simple. You adjust the collar because we said that a collar it controls the amount of air entering the chimney during panning. So adjust the collar to ensure the air holes are closed. That is one step. So adjust the collar to ensure that the air holes are just closed. So you adjust the collar to ensure that the air holes are just closed. Then after that, connect the panel to the gas tap using a rubber tubing and ensure that that rubber tubing has no leakage. So after adjusting the collar to ensure that the holes are closed, then the next step is just connect the panel to the gas tap using a rubber tubing. And in this case, ensure that the rubber tubing it has no leakage, such that now that gas will just leak. Then after that, turn on the gas tap. And after turning on the gas tap immediately, you turn on the gas tap immediately, you ignite the gas at the top. So you ignite the gas at this top here using a lighted matchstick, or you can use a wooden splint, whichever case. You can use a wooden splint and this top here, or you can use a matchstick. So those are the procedure of lighting a Bunsen burner or just igniting the gas you have at your homes. So you adjust the collar to ensure that the holes are closed. Then from there, you connect the panel to the gas tap using a rubber tubing. In that case, now ensure that the rubber tubing does not have a leakage. Then from there, you turn on the gas tap immediately. You ignite the gas at the top of the pan. Now there is this question. Normally we ask the form 1, what is a flame? So if you come across what is a flame, you just say a flame is a mass of burning gases which produces heat or light. That is the simple definition. A simple definition of a flame is just a mass of burning gases which produces heat or light. There is this one here that um, there is this term that what is the advantage of an aluminous flame? So if you come across the questions of what is the advantage, advantage of what is the advantage of an aluminous flame? So the advantage of an aluminous flame is that it gives out a lot of heat, hence very efficient in heating. That is one advantage. Then it does not form soot, hence it leaves the apparatus clean even after use. There is this question also. State three disadvantages of an aluminous flame. The three disadvantages of an aluminous flame. One advantage of the aluminous flame, it uses a lot of reparatory gas. So it uses a lot of reparatory gas, and also another disadvantage, it cannot be used for lighting purposes. And the reason why it cannot be used for lighting purposes is that it's blue in color and also it is very small in size. So it cannot be used for heating purposes. And also it is low visibility. Hence it can cause accidents. Remember, we have said that it is blue in color and it's very small in size. Very small in size, it cannot be easily seen. Then we have it also has a blue color, it cannot be easily seen. Hence, it can normally cause an accident. We have said that experiment on to investigate the heating effect of that one. And there is also this term that we call it the hybrid of an aluminous flame. The hybrid of an aluminous flame is normally produced if the air holes are partially opened or partially closed. When the air holes are partially opened or partially closed, they produce a type of the flame. We call it a hybrid of an aluminous flame. So if you come across a question asking you, explain how is the hybrid of an aluminous flames produced. A hybrid of an aluminous flame is produced when the air holes are partially opened or partially closed. The other term is striking back. Striking back is STRIKING, striking back, or sucking back, or panning back. When you get what is the meaning of that word in an exam, you just say is a phenomenon. This one is a phenomenon where the flame goes down the chimney and it goes off. It is a phenomenon where the flame goes down the chimney and then it goes off. That is striking back, burning back, or sucking back. And in this case, this normally happens when the gas is being pumped, when the gas is being pumped faster than can be supplied. So it normally we have that type of we have that type of situation where the situation where the flame goes down the chimney and then it goes off. There is also this question here, normal cases that what is the first aid in case of a pan by an acid in the laboratory? So this is also a common question which is normally set to form ones. What is the first aid in case of a pan by an acid in the laboratory? So the first aid just wash the pan part with a lot of cold water. So you wash the pan part with a lot of cold water. Then we have the laboratory rules. This one, inflammable substances should be kept away from the flames. Flames that are not in use should be put off. We have also said that you should always hold the tubes using test tubes holder while heating. All chemicals should be labeled to avoid confusion. All the chemicals should be labeled to avoid confusion. You should always consult your teacher before trying anything new. So make sure you consult your teacher before trying anything new. State career opportunities in chemistry. So we have careers opportunity in chemistry. We have pharmacist is a career. We have one who will become a chemistry teacher like me. One can also become an hospital nurses that is a career in chemistry. One can also become an analytical chemistry. We have a biochemistry, and one can also become a medical doctors. So those are the careers in chemistry. You become an hospital nurse and a medical doctor, not a witchcraft, not a witch doctor. I don't know what the kind of science the witch doctors are using. So it is not being described here. So a witch doctor and those people who run night hours, they are not being is not a career. So that is not a part of it. That is a career in a chemistry. So once you learn a chemistry, don't want to become a witch doctor in the village. Just become a nurse, become a pharmacist, become a medical doctor, become an hospital nurse. Don't become a person who is giving people problems overnight. They don't sleep because of you, because you are you are running outside up and down. So those are some of the questions that we have discussed in our chemistry. In my next lesson, we are going to look at the that is the symbol classification of substances is our next discussion. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, watch and share.